Pre-recorded from nowhere near Hollywood, this is Casting with My Folks, a Dancing with the Stars podcast. I'm your host, Christian Larson, and joining me, as always, are my parents, Debbie and Jill Glaxtella, and my brother, Adam Larson. Guys, so good to talk to you once again.
So glad to be here.
Really glad to be here, bro.
Good evening, Chris.
Well, this is the night that you've been dreading. It is Dedication Week, which actually I enjoyed and appreciated a lot more than I thought I would. And usually the sob story stuff, makes my eyes roll, but there was some good stuff tonight. And
I didn't think it was as bad as I thought either.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
I know that last year, I think somebody dedicated their song to Beyonce.
I remember that.
I forget who it was, but Alyssa and I were both like, oh, God.
Yeah, really.
And speaking of enjoying and appreciating, the first dancer was Andy Richter. And it was dedicated to his adopted daughter. And they danced to Jump in the Line by Harry Belafonte, which I thought was adorable.
I thought it was
Great song.
Adorable, too. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't overly sentimental. It was fun.
It was cute.
And you could see how much she loved this little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
adopted daughter. That was pretty cool. Yeah. We were saying among ourselves, holy smokes, with a tug on the heartstrings like that, how the hell are they going to send Andy home? It's not going to happen.
Right.
Well,
right.
I thought putting Andy up front with such a fun number, obviously the dancing was another story. It's his usual solid sixes.
Yeah.
But giving him such a crowd-pleasing number, that had to be the show's way of Andy is going to go tonight. So, he's got to.
Right.
So, if this is how he goes out, great. And, it's a perfect cap to Andy's time. That it didn't quite work out that way, and we'll get to that. But it was a very nice way to start the show.
It really was. To my mind, he's not at all improving as a dancer.
No.
Maybe he's getting worse, but his presence is delightful.
Yes.
And yes, his lack of improvement certainly shows in the scores. Again, straight sixes.
Well, they're being
across the
kind.
board.
Yeah, those sixes are kind.
Yeah, they are. There's been some horrendous dancers that they'll give threes to.
Oh, boy.
But what I think, those people in the past who have gotten threes or twos, they've had bad attitudes. They weren't likable people. And I think that's why Andy's getting sixes, because he's so likable.
Yeah. And as I've said before, likability and a person's kind of backstory plays a lot into it. What is there to say? I say it every week. What really is there to say about Andy that hasn't been said?
Yeah.
Right. I think that this personal week used to be worse, used to be more tear-jerking when it was your most favorite year,
most memorable
year. I think dedication was a better idea, a better way to go.
That's a good point.
The fact that everyone who received a dedication was involved in each dance in some way. I don't know if that's been done before. I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it has. I don't remember having seen it like that before.
I mean, basically, that just means that all of these dedications are to people who are still alive. So that may have had something to do with the lack of sentimentality.
Yeah.
True.
But of course, Andy's daughter was involved in that dance, and it was great.
Yeah.
She's a little cutie.
Yeah.
And next, we have Robert Irwin and Whitney, who did one of the best dances of the night. He was kind of in a slump last week, but he killed it with this one, and it was really beautiful. And this is one that I got a little choked up with and was not expecting, because he dedicated it to his mother. And
Right.
I happen to have been raised by a very strong woman who's been through a lot and had to deal with a lot, and it made me think of my mom.
Well, I appreciate that, honey. I do.
So it was really kind of emotional for me,
Uh-huh.
and it was a beautiful dance. It really was.
Yeah, he did contemporary.
A barefoot dance.
Barefoot
We
dance.
call it the barefoot
Contemporary.
dance. Yeah, it was beautiful. It really was.
So he's back.
Yeah, I'm glad he's
Yeah.
back.
3 nines and an 8. Nines have been rare up until now. I think there was only 1 or 2 given last week.
Hmm. I think there
Um,
were more this week.
Yeah.
Oh, there were. I was saying last week that everybody is solid except for
Except
Andy.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at the scores and you think back to the performances, like there are some that are better than others, but they're all quite good and quite enjoyable to watch.
There
For the
they
most
are.
part, 3 nines and an 8 for Robert.
Yeah.
Next is Elaine, Parent Trap actress. I only started watching last year, but I feel like having someone who's like in their 50s who can still dance, but people root for because they're older
Hmm.
is the thing that they try to do on the show.
Right.
They have people that come on who are in their 60s or 70s, you know, and
That can't dance at all.
obviously they don't have the mobility. But if you have someone in it, like last year, they had like a former model who was in her 50s. I forget her name, but she went quite far.
Hmm.
And a big part of that was that, you know, number one, people were rooting for her, but number two, she improved week after week.
Yeah.
And people,
And I think Elaine is. Is
Yeah.
that her name? Elaine?
yeah,
Yeah, she is improving. Yeah,
They
and
She's a
did.
good dancer.
She is a
period.
good
She's a very
dancer.
good dancer. I enjoy watching her.
Yeah.
And you're right, Chris, that you mentioned it and it made me think. I agree with that. Seeing someone who's not a young person who's been trained in dance and shows their skill. This is a mature woman who has really a good flair for the choreography and the way she moves. I like watching her.
Yeah, I think she's good. And I liked her story too with her best friend. I
Yeah,
thought
I
that
mean,
was really cool. You know,
absolutely.
how they've been through so much together over the years,
Yeah.
and that's
Well,
her
I'm-
most important person.
I might be wrong, but I think they were almost kind of setting up her friend to be a contestant next season.
Yeah, they sure mentioned it.
They
They
did
came
say
right
it.
out and said it.
Yeah.
And her best friend is an actress as well.
She was in the Parent Trap with her.
Yes.
They were good. I enjoyed that.
2 8s, 2 7s, a foxtrot, your favorite dance, right?
I don't know why they should just take that dance away.
Yeah.
They used to have this dance, the Paso Doble,
A bullfight dance.
a bullfight dance. And it's so exciting and it's just powerful. And I don't see any Paso
Yeah.
Dobles.
In addition to that, it's kind of tailor made for people who don't know how to dance.
You think?
Yeah, because you lift your arms up in the air and you have a stern or angry look on your face, and there's not a lot of dance steps
Yeah.
to it.
Okay. Okay.
It can be exciting to watch if it's done properly, but it also gives a break because it's not that complicated choreography.
Well, I just remember Max and Scary Spice,
Mel B,
Mel B from Spice Girls,
best ever.
years ago. And they were just fantastic.
Look that one up, Chris.
It's a
I
great,
will.
great dance.
Next is Whitney and Mark. Is she one of the Mormon wives?
She might be.
She's the better one of the Mormon
Yes,
wives,
yes.
the better dancer.
And
Let's
and
say.
she
her-
did a contemporary dance to a
With her
song that
husband.
was dedicated to her husband.
Yeah,
And her husband was in it.
He was
That
pretty
was
good.
amazing.
he was pretty good. He really
Yeah, and
was.
he was great. I mean,
Yes.
like I said, I learned last week that in Mormon culture, ballroom dancing is very popular because it's seen as sort of a wholesome way for young people to socialize. So it's not surprising that her husband was good. It was kind of weird seeing her do a romantic dance with two guys dressed the same way and one of them's her husband. Like,
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird too. A little uncomfortable.
but it was a very good dance.
They were
You know,
great.
I thought she had big feet.
Yeah.
I thought she had like hobbit feet. She did her contemporary.
Joe's
dance.
not a fan of big feet.
well, I didn't notice, but to each their own.
Yeah.
8s across the board, well earned.
They
And
didn't give her any nines, huh?
oh no, 1-9. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
were 4 judges. Who was the guest?
Kim Johnson. She used to be a competitor on the show.
Yeah.
One of the pros.
Yes.
I had never seen her at all.
She was on the show as a professional, and who's the billionaire guy? What the hell's
The
his
guy
name?
that's on Shark Tank, Robert something.
Robert something. He came on the show as a contestant, and he had Kim as his partner, and you could tell, like, in the short time that he was there, that he was smitten with her. And already before the show left the air, there were announcements being made about them getting together, and then they got married. Kim took the money and ran. She left the
Are-
show. And
Are they
she's
still
married to
married?
a billionaire as
Yeah,
well.
he's a billionaire, but they've been married for, it's got to be 8 years. They have a couple of kids. So she's one of the pros.
Yeah,
I thought she was a good judge too. She gave
Yeah, she was a
helpful
good
hints.
judge.
absolutely. And it struck me as soon as she opened her mouth, I could tell she was Australian. And you were saying a while back that the Irwins clearly have a knack for ballroom dancing. I wonder if there's an Australian connection as well, kind of like there's a Mormon connection.
Oh,
So,
maybe.
Oh, there might be, because I find it so hard to believe that the Irwin kids
How
were
good they are.
just so good
Yeah.
without any previous experience, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, going to ballroom dancing lessons might be a thing in Australia, just like going to piano lessons was once
Maybe.
a thing.
Could be.
So perhaps there is something there.
I'm sure that having a on-set romance is good for ratings because it'll get headlines. They kind of tried to make that happen last season with the former model who I was talking about earlier, but I don't think her partner was into her. So.
And that definitely has happened along the way, that you can tell when there's a chemistry between the professional and the celebrity. And usually it absolutely adds to the ratings. People want to see that connection develop and see where they're going with it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they try to force it when it's not there. That doesn't work too well. But when it happens naturally, it works. It really does.
Yeah. Her name was Brooks Nader, and she was dancing with Gleb.
Okay.
Whenever they danced, Alfonso would be like, "Oh, wow, you guys have such chemistry out there." And he really tried to play it up, but it just wasn't
How long
happening.
ago was that? Does it say, Chris?
It was last season.
Because I know that Gleb is married. He's definitely
I
married.
think he
know
got
he's got-
divorced now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
He wants to play the dance card.
All right, well, moving along, the next dance was from the other Mormon wife, Jen Affleck. Jen Affleck did a Viennese waltz dedicated to her mother. Honestly, I don't remember a lot about it.
I can tell you one thing, that we were just surprised that she's a Mormon because her mother came from South America or something,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, that's
Maybe like
right.
Ecuador or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I mean, they go all over the world knocking on doors. It's got to work sometimes.
I guess. So I don't remember much about it, but I think it was pretty.
It's been nice to see the loved ones incorporated into the dance.
I think her mother was pretty good.
She was. I remember being surprised because obviously some of these people are incorporated more than others.
If they can dance.
Yes, exactly. She got an 8 and 3/7.
It's probably fair.
Yeah. At this point,
girl.
7 is about as low as it gets,
Yeah.
unless you're Andy.
Unless you're Andy. Goodness.
Up next is probably the best dance of the night, and it was by a favorite of Adam's.
Yeah, Dylan.
Adam had his eye on this guy from the start, and he really knocked it out of the park with this one. A contemporary dance to a song performed by his brother in The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
realize his brother was in that movie.
and it was dedicated to his younger sister. I forget why.
Well, he
He's a-
just adores
He's a
her,
good big brother.
and she adores him. And I can't believe they have a sister that's so
Yeah,
little.
quite a difference
You
in age.
know, like big difference in age.
Yeah.
But she was just adorable.
And she
Mhm.
was involved in a big way in their number as
Yeah.
well. And I remember in the rehearsal footage, Daniela was shocked at how well she was able to follow her choreography.
Yes,
Um,
and she did. And she
yeah.
was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
She was very good. I enjoyed that.
That was a
dance
good one.
very much.
I agree.
Yeah,
That was good, right, Ed?
yes.
And your guy is really getting better
He is.
every week.
He's making his presence felt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. We talk about it all the time because Bruno brought it up towards the beginning. There are the dancers that had it from the beginning, and then there are the ones that improve week to week. And those are the ones that people really end up rooting for.
yeah.
And for that reason, I think Dylan has a very good shot of going all the way.
He's sticking around.
Yeah, oh, I do too.
Technically, he's a great dancer and he's getting better all the time, and he's extremely likable.
Yes.
He got straight nines, so
Wow.
To Bluey.
Wow.
there's
That
nowhere
was
to
the
go.
high score of the night, I think, right?
Yeah,
That was
absolutely
the
was.
High score of the night.
Coming up next, we have Jordan and Ezra, and she did a waltz dedicated to her father, who was involved in the dance. That was really great.
Yes, it was. He didn't
You know,
dance that much, did he, the father?
no, I mean he's seemed pretty up there in age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was lovely. That
Yeah,
was
And
but-
he was a little bit taller than his daughter. Not much, but a little bit taller than his daughter.
Like we always say, gymnasts do well. They can move.
yes.
They do.
Mhm.
Straight eights across the board for Jordan. Next was Scott Hoying, who dedicated a song to his husband, a song that he sang, which I thought was lame when I found out about it, but he wrote it about him. So
Yeah,
that's kind of cute.
yeah.
Hmm.
Scott is one of those people who I think is on the precipice.
Right,
Nothing really to write home about.
right. Plus, who's his fan base, really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure his group
What's his
has
band? What band was he in? Do you know?
Pentatonics. They're like an a cappella group.
Oh, I never heard them.
They got big kind of on the basis of Glee, the show Glee. Like everybody was really into a cappella music for a brief period.
Uh-huh.
But
Were they
yeah,
on Glee?
no. I think what it was that there was a contest to either be on Glee, or the contest was Glee themed.
Uh-huh.
And he and his group tried out and they didn't get it, but they kept performing. And
Uh-huh.
that's how they became who
Yeah.
they were. 2 7s, 2 8s.
Yeah,
I-
he can go.
Yeah.
He can go. I would think he can go.
Keep them.
Yeah, keep him. Adam
All
says,
right.
Adam says keep him. I say double elimination, Jen Affleck and Scott
Mhm.
and his
Yeah.
husband.
Up next, we have a number that I know Mom enjoyed very much. It was Danielle from Boy Meets World and Pasha doing a jive to the theme from Boy Meets World. And it was dedicated to her co-star, an actor named William Daniels, who I know as the voice of Kit, David Hasselhoff's car from Knight Rider.
yes.
But I know he's done lots of other work.
Well, I know him from St. Elsewhere. He was the chief of staff in the hospital. Oh, I loved that show.
Yeah, that one
And
got to you. That
yeah, that brought a tear to my eye. He and his real life wife were husband and wife in St. Elsewhere. And I really liked her too. And they're both still alive, as you saw on the little film there. They're in their 90s. I just really always liked him.
Yeah, he's cute.
I read about him again after I saw him, and he played John Adams in the musical 1776. And he's also played other American historical figures, presidents and whatnot.
Well, he's been around for most of American history, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He seems like the kind of guy who probably did a lot of serious theatrical stage work.
Yes, he
And
did.
he probably hates that everybody remembers him as the voice of a computerized car.
I never knew that until I
yeah.
read it.
That's pretty much everything I knew about him until
Mhm.
recently, because I was a little too old for Boy Meets World. I kind of felt bad for William Daniels because, you know, they brought him out and he didn't have to move or do anything. He just
Yeah.
sat behind the desk. Then at the end, they like dropped the curtain over the set and he's still back there. I was just thinking, like, he's probably like, hello,
Yeah, I'm still here.
can you, where's the
But
exit?
then
I
he
can't.
held
I
the
need-
paper up at the end.
Yes,
with
he
the
did.
A on it.
A plus or
A
something. on
plus,
it.
yeah.
Oh, and he held it up backwards.
Yes, at first,
Yeah.
yeah.
One
Yeah.
job. One
Yeah.
job you had.
The most important job was making sure that his nose didn't fall off his face because it looked like it was about to
Yeah.
crumble.
He is definitely at that stage of life where you just seem to be melting.
Yeah,
I like the whole idea. I don't know that her dance was that. I think the choreography on that dance was pretty
Mhm.
elementary.
who's her partner?
Pasha.
Pasha
Pasha,
Pashkov.
yes.
Right.
While they were dancing it, I was thinking that, gee, there's really no intricate moves in this dance. And then I think that the judges might have said that.
Said the same.
Yeah. I think Derek might have said that.
They called Pasha out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
More than one of the judges said, "Hey, Pasha, you got to do a better job with content and choreography."
Yeah.
And that's a big part of it. You know, if you don't put enough of movement into the dance, it's going to affect your celebrity score. That's for
Right.
sure.
Right.
She got 3 7s and an 8, which I believe is one of the lowest scores of the night because,
Mm.
again, with Andy being the exception,
Yeah.
7 was the lowest anybody got. So,
Right. I think that was all about the choreography, really.
and then closing out the night was another contender for the Mirror Ball, Alex, doing a contemporary dance to Coldplay. And it was dedicated to her younger sister, who was also there and also very good.
Yes.
Talking about Alex is like talking about Andy. There really isn't much to say because, you know, you always end up saying the same thing. She's great.
She's a very good dancer. She's got a vanilla personality. She's young, and whatever she does, whatever her successes are, I don't know if she's a social influencer or not.
I think that's what she is,
Yeah.
right? An influencer.
But she's
Yeah.
a good dancer, and
I mean, she's
and-
great. She's
yeah.
great.
so for that, I'll keep her around.
Yeah. And she has Val as her partner.
Yeah, he's good.
And he's great. That was a good dance. And her sister was good too. She danced well. So she added to the number.
Yeah. 3 9s and an 8.
It's same as Dylan, right?
No, Dylan got all 9s.
No,
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
Dylan got all 9.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
leaderboard.
again, I'm a relative newcomer to the series, but to be seeing those kind of scores this early on is pretty impressive, and it speaks to the talent of the group.
And what will really be big is the first 10. Like the first 10 is always, whoa, you know, whoever gets that first 10, right?
Yeah, the first 10 is always a big deal, that's for sure. And to my mind, I'm going to say that Carrie Ann is going to get the first 10 of the season because she gets so hyper excited about certain things that she'll just flip one out there. And she'll give it 10 and everybody else will give 8 or something like that.
Well, we'll see. The elusive 10 has not appeared yet, and we have 10 couples still
Don't
involved
remind me.
because no one got eliminated tonight.
Right.
Yeah,
Wasn't that a big surprise, Ed?
Yeah.
That was-
Nobody got eliminated.
Nope.
everyone thought this was Andy's week to go home, and if he had, it would have been a great way to send him
Go
off.
out.
It was a fantastic little performance, not
Yeah.
technically fantastic, but just like everything Andy does, it made you feel good.
Yes.
But he's still around,
He's
and
still around.
everyone's still around.
He can make me feel good by leaving.
He's almost certainly the next to go.
It really should be.
It
I
should
mean,
be, but who
in
knows? Who
all
knows?
fairness, in all fairness, he should have gone 2 weeks ago.
Let's go around for each of you and tell me someone that you think is on the chopping block in the near future. We'll start with Mom.
I have mixed feelings. I think that it should be Andy. I think
Well,
that
no,
it
Andy aside, because
Oh, Andy
Andy's a given.
aside. Okay,
Andy's a
so
given.
Andy aside, I would say Jen, the second Mormon wife, the one that doesn't dance great, because the other one is great.
Yeah.
And actually, I feel sorry for her because the other one is so great, and they're both on the same, I guess, TV show. Is it a TV show, Mormon Wives?
It's a reality show.
Oh, so I guess
I-
they're both on there. The other one is so much better than her. So
Yeah.
yeah, to me, she can go.
Joe, who do you think could be on the chopping block?
For me, it's a toss up between Jen Affleck, and then she can go back to selling health insurance, and Scott. Those two have been around long enough, I think, for
Mhm,
me, in any event.
mhm.
Yeah, I at this point you can tell who's getting better and who's not. And to me, Scott is just kind of doing the same floppy flailing around that
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
he's
You're
been
right.
doing from the beginning. So, Adam, who do you think needs to go? Who do you think is not as good a dancer as the rest?
Think Scott.
Yeah,
So you're with Joe on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Christian, it sounds
Mhm.
like. Would
well-
that be your pick, Christian?
for me, it's three. It's Jen Affleck, Ben's cousin. It's Scott, and it's Danielle.
There's something about Danielle that I like. you
Oh
know,
yeah, I mean she's
I
very
just-
positive. She's very
Yeah.
likable. But again, it's a balance between likability and skill.
right.
And
And dance skill, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there are some people whose likability pulls them through.
Hmm.
Cough, cough, cough. Andy, cough, cough.
Right. But
But
you know what? I have a feeling, wouldn't you think that Danielle has a pretty large fan base from Boy Meets Girl and the other show,
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World, whatever? Wouldn't you think?
I mean, I would, but I don't think those are the people watching Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, true. True.
So I don't know, but I would say after Andy, it's probably between those three.
I think you're right. And they
That's
very
fine with
well
me.
may have a double
Elimination.
elimination
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
I mean, going through Robert is a lock. Elaine is doing great. Whitney, of course, fantastic. Dylan, fantastic. Jordan has got those gymnastic skills.
Right.
And Alex,
It's great.
Alex is
She's
good.
Yeah.
great.
we're coming up on a night that I really could not care less about, Wicked night. Did you guys see Wicked on Broadway or in theaters?
In theaters.
What did you
Yes.
think?
It was great, bro.
You liked it?
It was great.
Mom and
I-
Joe, what did you
Joe
think
didn't
about?
see it.
I didn't
Oh.
see it, nor do I care to.
I really enjoyed it. However, I can maybe recognize one song from it. So the music is not going to be anything that I'm looking forward to hearing.
I've heard good things about it. I just have absolutely no interest in it. It's not my demographic, I guess.
I think part 2 is coming out maybe in November.
Yeah, probably November 21st.
Oh, okay. You already know.
It's another example of ABC doing corporate crossovers. The whole night is like there was a dance number that was basically an ad for the Tron movie last week.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
right.
they're constantly using people who work for ABC or Disney as the stars. They're constantly promoting other Disney or ABC programming. Disney Week is basically a commercial for Disney.
Right.
And I can't get past the idea that next week, well, tomorrow, based on when we record, is just going to be a commercial for a movie. You know, it's
Yeah,
a big
and it's going to
commercial.
be the commercial for the movie that's coming out on November 21st.
Yes, well, now we know. Now we know when it's coming out.
I have a comment before we close, Chris,
Of
and
course.
it's regarding the opening numbers. Many times the opening numbers are just really out of this world, like it was last week with Be Our Guest.
Yes.
And many times the choreographer for opening numbers is Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, who was associated earlier with So You Think You Can Dance, and who now I believe is going on to be on the Dancing with the Stars tour. Now, the only reason I mention her name is because in the event that she is the choreographer of tomorrow night's opening number and they show a picture of her, pay attention to what she looks like and let me know afterward if you think, as I do, that she looks like Danny DeVito as the Penguin in Batman.
Oh my goodness.
That's who she reminded of. Not quite as grotesque, but has the similar features.
I'll tell you what, there was a point in the show where they cut to the audience and they always cut to random, like Dennis Quaid was in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that was about.
Well, he was in The Parent Trap with Elaine.
Oh, okay.
But
That explains it.
every now and then there's a random celebrity. Oh my God, there was somebody, Mary Lou Henner.
Really?
That's right.
Was it-
I pointed her out to you. I made it go backwards and I said, "Who's that?" And you said,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, Taxi." You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Mary Renner. Yeah.
Speaking of Danny DeVito, Mary Lou Henner was just randomly in the audience. But anyway, they cut to a table where a woman is sitting and they're talking about Mandy Moore. And I was like, that can't be Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, when I was young, in like the late 90s, early 2000s,
What's a different Mandy Moore?
she was,
It's not that Mandy Moore.
there were like 5 different Britney Spears knockoffs back then. And she was one of them.
I think Mandy Moore, that is like Britney Spears' age, is very pretty, right?
Oh, you know what? You're right. I was wrong. There are 2 Mandy Moores. And that was not the same one because I was like, oh my God. Like, like maybe she, now that she doesn't
an
have
accident or something, right?
Well, I mean, I thought maybe like she doesn't have the pressures of being a sex symbol anymore. So she just let herself go. But I was like, her face doesn't even look the same.
No, 2 different Mandy Moores.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad.
Okay.
All right.
I'll keep my eyes out. All right, guys. Well, as always, it's so good talking to you. Had a lot of fun.
We had fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
too.
We always have fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're signing off for tonight, and we will see you next week.
All right.
All right, Chris. Very good.
Good night, guys.